Hi students, welcome to Easy Chemistry by Pathan, and today the concept is interhalogen compounds, that is group 17 interhalogen compounds. In this session I am going to explain preparation of interhalogen compounds and properties. Properties are very important for competitive concern as well as for board level also. First we have to discuss what is interhalogen compounds. So you know very well halogens: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. These are halogens. Their electronegativity is, why? Because electronegativity is very important for halogens. 4, next 3.2, next 3.0, next 2.7, and next astatine we have 2.2. So this is the respectively fluorine 4, chlorine 3.2, bromine 3.03, that is we have iodine 2.7 and astatine 2.2. This is no need to remember. This electronegativity is very important. Now what is meant by interhalogen compounds? Due to difference in electronegativity. See, electronegativity difference is there. Halogen atoms react or combined each other form binary covalent compounds. These we are calling interhalogen. Inter means between two. So this you have to remember, binary covalent compounds. For example, preparation I am taking here. Chlorine react with fluorine, giving rise to 2ClF. Similarly, bromine react with fluorine, giving rise to BrF3. And another example I am giving, bromine react with fluorine, form BrF5. And one more preparation I am giving, iodine react with fluorine, giving rise to IF7. These are we are calling binary compounds. Means only between two halogens. What type of compounds these will form means, these can form X dash, X3 dash, X5 dash and X7 dash type compounds. compounds are formed. What is here X dash means? X dash are, I am giving here to you. X is equal to the halogen with less electronegative. Halogen with less electronegativity. X dash is halogen with more electronegativity. Less electronegative means small in size. More electronegativity means bigger in size. That also you can remember. So this type of compounds only they will form. Clear? Means general form is XXN dash type compounds. General form is XXN dash. N here 1, 3, 5, 7 only. N here N equal to 1, 3, 5, 7 only. No other. And here students getting the problem how to name these compounds. That's a big problem. Generally I observed. For example, CLF is given. How to name this compound? Very easy. How we have to call interhalogen compound means these are halide of less electronegative atom. How we have to name? Halide of less electronegative atom. Halide of less electronegative atom, nothing but we have to call the name as chlorine monofluoride. Chlorine monofluoride. This is the way to call. And here BRF3, bromine trifluoride, bromine pentafluoride, iodine heptafluoride. So what is the name we have to remember? Halide of less electronegative atom. This is the way how to call the names. So few preparations also I did. What type of compounds? X dash, X3 dash, X5 dash and X7 dash type. Here the common general formula is XN dash. That is X dash N. N nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 5, 7 only. No other compound. 1, 3, 5, 7 only. This is the preparation. The properties. Properties of interhalogen compounds very important for competitive concern. Here I am giving few important properties of interhalogen compounds which are very important. First I am taking physical state. What type of physical state these are? Interhalogen compounds may be solids, liquids or gases. Means they exist in all three forms. Few examples I am showing to you here. Some solids, some gases. And some solids I am giving here to you. Iodine monochloride, iodine monobromide, iodine trifluoride, and iodine trichloride. These are solid in state. These are solid in state. And some liquids I am showing. Few remember, it is not possible to say all. Few you have to remember. Some liquids I am showing. Some liquids. Liquids are chlorine monofluoride, bromine trifluoride. Sorry, this is not. This is, we have gases in form. Bromine trifluoride, bromine pentafluoride, iodine pentafluoride. These are liquid in state. These are liquid in state. Some gases I am giving to you. Some gases. That is chlorine monofluoride. This is the gas. Is bromine monofluoride, chlorine trifluoride, iodine heptafluoride. These are in gaseous state. Gaseous state. Few you remember. Few you remember. See, solids and liquids are volatile in nature. Volatile in nature. At 298 Kelvin temperature. Gases already in gaseous state now. They are not. So solids and liquids of interhalogen compounds are volatile in nature at 298 Kelvin temperature. This is physical state of interhalogen compounds. Now, very important property I am going to give you, that is the second property I am showing to you, that is magnetic nature. Magnetic nature. Magnetic means generally we are discussing diamagnetic and paramagnetic. Dia and paramagnetic. Due to all paired electrons, interhalogen compounds are diamagnetic in nature. Diamagnetic in nature. Remember, all are having paired electron. There is no unpaired electron. That's why interhalogen compounds are diamagnetic in nature. And the third property, thermal stability. Thermal stability. This is very important in this family, that is in interhalogen compound, thermal stability. Thermal stability increases with increase difference in size. Difference in size between two atoms, size difference is there, atomic size, that increase. Or some more simplification I am making this statement into next. Thermal stability decreasing with decrease in electronegativity difference between X and X dash. X and X dash. Thermal stability decrease with a decrease in electronegativity difference between X and X dash. I will go for with the example in detail. Here I am giving iodine fluoride, that is iodine monofluoride, bromine monofluoride, chlorine monofluoride, iodine monochloride, iodine monobromide, bromine monochloride. These are the compounds I took. Now electronegativity difference I am showing between these two is 1.3 and here is 1.0 and here is chlorine and fluorine between 0.8 and iodine and chlorine 0.5 and here 0.3 and here 0.2. This is the electronegativity difference between interhalogen X and X dash. Now I given thermal stability decrease with a decrease in the electronegativity difference between X and X dash. So thermal stability of these compounds is going to be decrease. This is the order. For example, I given this. Somewhere you can address like this. Electronegativity difference. What is the statement we can make with this means? Greater the electronegativity difference, greater the electronegativity difference, more will be the polarizing between X and X dash. Hence greater the thermal stability. Electronegativity difference is there. Polarizing power more the polarizing between X and X dash, greater the thermal stability. This is the statement you have to remember. Polarity is more, bond is very strong. Next, reactivity. Another important property of interhalogen compound, reactivity. Generally, X dash more reactive than X2. X dash compounds are more reactive than X2. What the reason means? Due to why X dash is more means due to weak bond between X and X dash than X2. Means bond strength is less here because electronegativity difference is there. Here same electronegativity. So X dash are more reactive than X2 because of weak bond between X and X dash. This is the reason. Clear? Next, another property, that is hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means reaction with water. All compounds, that is interhalogen compounds, undergo hydrolysis. All undergo hydrolysis. So there is no exception here. There is no exceptional case. All undergo hydrolysis and form respective products. So here you remember why interhalogen compounds are more reactive than halogens, means because weak bond between X and X dash. Electronegativity difference is there now. That's why the bond is very weak. Here same electronegativity. That's why very strong when compare this. When compare this. This is the main properties of these compounds. So here we discuss it. How to prepare interhalogen compounds and the properties of interhalogen compounds, physical property, and this electronegativity values also you have to remember. Very important. Electronegativity values. So just 2-3 times you recall, then easy. So still you have any difficulty, and just to make a comment and will give answer for your doubts. Thank you.